Good afternoon. This is Dr. Chick. I hope you can understand me. I'm a little hoarse today. Want to do a couple of things. One, I wanted to talk about the modules 7.0, 7.1, and 7.2. And the second thing, I have your updated course schedule that will tell you where we're going for the rest of the course. If you go over onto Moodle, you'll see a breakdown of the information that I have in there about the rest of the course. So let's start with module 7.0. Now we're building on, you had to go in to be able to do all this. You had to do a couple of things. You had to go to your website, change your name, change your password, and make the site yours. Anything where you could change it so it looked like it wasn't just a dummy site, it was your site. Now module 7.0, what we did, we're really building a footer, a header, a footer, menu tabs, and a logo and a favicon. And we step you through that step-by-step method in the Elementor tapes that you watched. So the foundation of the course, and this was a problem with some of the people when they turned in an overview of their passion, several people were trying to build a bricks and mortar company. Now, you understand that this course, you're going to have to build 100% online, and it's going to have to depend on affiliate marketing. What's the reason for that? Well, the reason's real simple. You have to learn how to build a website. I'm going to teach how to build a website, but not just a website. Others your friends can build your website. This website's different. I'm going to show you how you can build a website and bootstrap it. By bootstrapping, all it means is you're going to fund it yourself. And though you're not going to put it on credit card debt, you're going to be able to fund it yourself, and you'll be able to run the course by yourself. And once it starts making money, then you can go out and do other things. Or even if it doesn't make money, several of you have a bricks and mortars company. You can use this knowledge and use what you learned in this course to stamp this model on your bricks and mortar or on that company. But if you insist on using your existing business and refuse to do the digital strategic model that I'm using in this class, you won't pass the course. It's just that simple. Just revisiting, and here we are. We did the domain name, we did hosting sites, and now we're on the website built to Elementor Pro and theme. So that's what we're doing right now. The content management, we'll get to that when we get over to 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, 10, and 11, we'll start creating content. Let's look at the three components of Module 7. And this is using the digital strategic model that I've used throughout the course. So in the Module 7, what we're doing, the 7.0, you're building your header and all information, your menu, your footer, your logo, and your favicon. 7.1, you're building your landing page, and this is above the fold. And when I say above the fold, that's when you turn on the computer what you see without scrolling or anything. 7.2 is your second page. What's the information? If you grab the people on your first page, that landing, that's where they land when they come to your site. If you grab them, that's when they make that 5 to 8 decision, do they stay? If they stay and they roll to that second page, you've got to have something there that really entices them. And that's what we do in 7.2. So let's look at goals and objectives in the 7.0. Now, I provided the domain name. I gave you the username, the password, email address, put whatever you want. But if you wanted to do it after the semester's over, if you graduated, put another mail address. Otherwise, your university will go away. The hosting site, I'm providing that with HostGator. Website builder is WordPress, and the content management system is Elementor. It's free. And the theme is Hello. All of this was previously installed. And as we go through this, you'll see there's some plugins required, and you'll have to put those plugins. So 7.0, The total points were 110 points. 7-1, create, contact us, me. In other words, what you're going to do when you create that, it's going to be a form. You can do a little add in, they'll show you how to do it. If you watch Elementor training tapes, it was in there. Create a call to action. Once again, that's there. And that you can join me, join us, subscribe, whatever you want to use there. Create a footer. There's an app and they show you how to do that. Build your profile. Who are you? You go to your profile, look around on the site. This needs to be your site. Tabs for other menus. That would be, you got to do a home tab and you do about tab, but you're not going to do the about us in 7.0. So how are you going to get it to me? You'll go to the site, you'll click on it. All it will take is an electronic link. Put information on the site. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to submit the link to your web page. So I'll go to your web page and I'll look at it to see if those things are on there. It's important as we move forward that you take my comments, look at my comments, and use those for feedback, because a lot of these things you'll have to straighten out before we go any further. So this is a foundation website, 110 points. Create and contact me. This is where you get the customer attention. Use a contact app plugin for Elementor. Create your action, the CTA. It's a great place to gather customer information. Anytime you do contact me, you're going to ask them to leave a name and email address. I always do name, email address, and I say, give me your zip code. Then I'd like to place them where they're located. But you decide what you want in that. The more you have, the harder time it is sometimes to get people to fill it out. And there's plugins for all of these. Create a footer. Once again, there's a plugin. Build your profile. Roll around the website and make sure you made it yours. You know, you don't want the site to say this is an Elementor site. It's your site. It's run by Elementor. That's fine. Roll around everything on the site to let the customer know it's about you. Build a home tab in the About Us. That's the other menu. I don't want you to fill those out. We're going to do those in a later exercise. The home tab, you can make it link back to the site wherever you are. But the About Us, me, we're going to talk about that before you do that. Building your website, your landing page. For all purposes, this is the first thing customers see when they get there. It determines if they stay on your site or if they leave your site. It's just that simple. It's the first view they get of you, the first thing they know about you. Now, here's some of the guidelines for my model, the Cheek DSM model. Lots of white space, large fonts without lots of text, a picture that clearly supports your website. It can be seen on half the screen, or maybe you want to do a full screen in that on the full screen, the text is laid on top. Keep it simple. Whatever the landing page must do, it focuses on your audience, not on you. We'll use a Randy Olson ABT strategy. It's and what everybody agrees on, but the contradiction, therefore, your solution to their problem. They don't care what you sell, what you produce, what you do. They want to know what you can do for them. We're going to show you how to set yourself apart. You don't have the money to spend on advertising. I don't want you to put any money on advertising or anything on this. What I want you to do, we're going to do it from a ground roots standpoint and take it from there. And we use Randy Olson's ABT strategy. Donald Miller, we use his story. We've got tapes, we've got videos on most of the stuff that you got to create. So here's my example. Once again, we're going to use Emily's activewear throughout the course. I'll use it over and over. On the top left-hand corner, you put your logo, home, about us, blog, contact us. That's it. That's all I want you to, that's all the tabs, home, about us, blog, and contact us. Over in the right hand, You need to locate one of the things that Donald Miller says, he likes the Z. That would be here, over to here, back across here. So your logo's up here, contact, you've given them 2 reasons. Click on that contact, and whatever that contact says, subscribe now, follow me, whatever. Now, you put a tagline down here. The tagline is, what do you do? Then we get up to our agreement, problem, and solutions. That's what I want you to do. I want you to put 3 statements. Your agreement, what everybody agrees on in your niche. Full-size women enjoy the comfort and casualness of activewear and feel comfortable when they wear it. But plus-size activewear for women is difficult to find and hard to return. Therefore, we make it easy for you to make plus-size activewear with no excuse required return policies. If you watch when I write, I use the but a lot and I use the ands a lot. Instead of therefore, I use so. Find another acronym that works for you, but instead look in the dictionary or look on Wiki or someplace, or look at the calendar and say, what's another synonym for therefore? And so was one that I felt comfortable with. So you hear me say it all the time when we go through these. This is what your site needs to look like. The second page of your landing site, this is when you're going to build an about tab. 3 problems customers can solve, 3 solutions that can solve. It's just that simple. So here we go. We build the About Us tab 721, problems 722 and 723. This is what, on the second page, this is what the top would look like. If you look here in the hidden, they identify the problem. They continue to find hard for vendors for full activewear. They have problems when they find it and it doesn't fit, and that they feel abandoned by vendors of activewear for full-figured women. If you join us, we promise to find and review reputable vendors of activewear for full-figured women, find vendors activewear that will support a fair policy, and continually, if you notice, I responded up and down to the problem, saying what we could do. This is where you offer your solution for their problems. Remember, that's all your website is about. When a customer comes to you, they're coming with a problem. Or viewers come to you, they're coming with a problem. Answer that problem and good things will happen. And that's what you're going to learn in this course, how to do that. And you'll be able to take it to the company you're working for, the company you build, dip your foot in entrepreneurship. And this is an easy way, not expensive. So that covers what we're doing in modules 7.1 and 7.2. Let's go over and let's look at the course syllabus. I have blown the course syllabus up to make it as large as I possibly could so you would be able to see it. We knew what we did in Module 1. Module 2, your research paper. Now, I hadn't even looked today, but if you turned it in, it was last minute because I didn't really see anybody's. Why do I need a website quiz? And now we go into the foundations. Now, I set these up for 2.5. I extended them to 2.5. Create, and we tell you the value of each one. And you have to do the Don't Make Me Think quiz. Then we go to modules 4 and 5, and we kind of combine these there. And so we do 7.1 and 7.2, building your landing pages, your first page and your second page. Now what we do is we get into modules 6 and 7, and I'll give you a little background on what we're doing there. And it says that what we'll do in module 8, the weeks 6 and 7 were combined. And what we're doing here is that we are going to cover modules 8 and parts of 9. In 8.1, we'll connect and build links to social media that are being used on your website. You'll come up with 10 blog titles of things that were catchy blog titles. You'll give me 10 keywords that you'll do, and you'll build a small photo library. 9-1, you'll build your first blog. 9-1-2, you'll build your second blog. Then we're going to have a long break for Mardi Gras. Some of you might be non-traditional students, and you can work through it. I will be around and I'm usually here on weekends, and I'll be around. So if you have questions or comments, send me an email, and I'll be available. Modules 9 and 10, we're going to build our third and fourth blog. We're going to create a test market. Who are we going to send these to? And we're going to send out 3 blogs. When I say create the test market, we're going to build a social media calendar there. We'll cover module 11, measuring results. We'll see what kind of comments we got from what we sent out, how many subscribers did we get, and how many people actually shared the information with us. And then I'll do an overview of your website, 100 points, and I'll get that done. I'll do it on the 6th. And I think the last day of class is March the 7th. And we won't have a final exam, and I'll get that back to you as soon as possible. But if you need to talk to me, send me an email, and we'll set up we can't work it out on email, I'll set up a blog time, and we'll meet on a blog. I'll get your course syllabus to you in the next few days. I want to have it all posted on the Moodle site before I send you the course syllabus. Thanks. Hope this helps. Please let me know if you have any questions.